Well, today's lesson is going to be the basic number line with dots. Now, this is kind of an introduction to dot math. So we're going to start with the basic numbers. There's really only 9. There's 1. Of course, it's kind of a squiggly one. Here's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. There's 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to throw 0 at the end. And just to show you it does exist. Now, let's go change our color here. See if we can actually do that. And let's talk about the dot math. With dot math, every number has a series of dots. For 1, I always put a dot at the top. So at the very top of the 1, you could see there's a dot. Now, 2 is real simple. You've got a dot at the beginning of the line and the end of the line. So for 2, let's take a look at that. You've got a dot here and you've got a dot here. Now that's equal to, let's talk soccer balls here, or basketballs or baseballs, but you've got 2 elements. So we've got a dot at the beginning of the line and the end of the line. Okay. So now let's move on. Love to erase. And let's talk about the number 3. So in the number 3, let's put a big 3 in the middle here. You'll notice that there's 3 ends. So you've got 1, 2, 3. So if I had to count the number 3, I just count the ends. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now let's move on a little bit. Let's talk about 3. We're going to go 1, oops, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now let's go to the number 4. Here's the 4. See if you could figure out where the dots are going to go. Think about this for a little bit. How do we get 4 dots on lines or corners? Well, let's take a look at this. Here's a line, 1. Here's another one, 2. There's one down here, 3. And then we need a 4th. Let's put it on the corner. So this could be 1, 2, 3, 4. So every time I look at a 4 and I have to add, let's say 1 plus 4, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and we're going to talk about adding using dot math a little bit later. But let's come up here and let's see if we can add the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. So now let's go erase our board again. And let's come down here. And let's look at number 5. 5's a little different. So if you look at the 5, let's see if we can figure out where the corners and the lines are. We do have 1 here and we have 1 here, but we have 2 kind of corners. But that's only 4. So what we do with the 5 is we just put another one right on the end over here. So this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So let's go and add these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's go erase this. And let's start the next one. And let's take 6. I'm gonna make a big 6 here. And I'm gonna hit red. And when you get to the bigger numbers, you can really you could do a couple things. But with 6, sometimes I just go and count twice. So I go 1 here, 2 over here, and 3 over here. But I do it 2 times. And what that means is you count twice. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, when we do addition, you're going to realize how cool this is. Okay, so let's do 1, 2, 3, but let's put the number 2 underneath it. Got to count twice. Okay, now in the addition lessons, you'll see how this works. But let's talk about 7. Let's put a big 7 here. And again, I'm going to do 2 times because it's a big number. So we're going to put 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. But with a 7, we're going to put 1 in the middle. Why? Because we can. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're going to throw in the 7. This one you only count 1 times. I have to kind of think about that. The 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, but we're going to do it 2 times and put 1 in the middle. Now you should write these out in your notebook or on a piece of paper so you can come back to these. Now, after you do this a couple times and you get used to it, this will become so easy, you'll do it all the time. So let's look at 8. So we're almost done here. Kind of reminds me of a snowman. But what you do with the 8 is I got 2 circles. And what I do is make like a domino. And if you've ever seen a domino or you've ever seen you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's like a domino. So I imagine the circles are like 4 dots right there, right there, and right there. So you just count it 1 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then last but not least, let's go and erase this and get rid of our dominoes. And for the number 9, we're going to put a big circle. And now this circle, you usually 9's going to be the big number and you're going to add a smaller number to it, but sometimes it'll be like 9 plus 9. So you'll have to actually use the 9. So at this point, so grab our dots and it's a circle. So we're going to put 4 dots and they're going to be done 2 times. So you're going to count them twice and then you're going to have a dot on the end. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, boop, and 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So these are done 2 times. Okay. So this is the dot math number line, which hopefully you kind of understood. If not, watch it again. See if you can